What's good, everyone? As per the title of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys subjectively the best custom tactics that I've used after the team of the season patch, and I'm gonna get straight into it. It's the 4-2-3-1 wide. Now let's get into the team management aspect of it, show you guys the build-up style and defensive approach. For the build-up style, we go with counter, and for the defensive approach, we go with aggressive. 95 depth, by the way, and I know a lot of people say that 95 depth is currently nerfed, but I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. 95 depth is only going to be nerfed for you if you let the AI defend for you. If you're the type of player who defends by yourself, who's aggressive with their defenders, 95 depth is still as OP as ever. Now, as for the roles, get into it directly. Advanced forward on our striker, shadow striker on our cam, and we have wide players on inside forward, nothing too crazy, and fullbacks on fullback defend. We don't go anything different from that. And deep line playmaker defend. This is important for the formation that we're playing. This is because we want our whole team to defend together. So basically you're defending with 8 players, and because of the counter build-up style, the whole team is going to attack together as well. So yeah, that's it for the tactics, and this is the team that we're currently using as of the time this video gets posted. Just wanted to show you guys that. Now we're going to head into a game of Div 2 rivals, which is basically elite, because from the previous season we get dropped down by like 2 levels. So I'm going to be facing a lot of high level players, so this would be an opportunity to learn something and explain what I do and how this formation works in game. So the team that he's using, let's see, a 4-3-2-1. Gabriel is insane, by the way, so that's going to be a tough backline to deal with. Okay, game kicks off, and it's very important to score first in rivals, champs, whatever game mode. Is very important to score first. So I'm trying to build up nicely, ping pass on my DMs. A very important play style for the DMs, makes you send quick passes to your attackers. And at this point, I just try to hold my line with my defensive midfielder Mateus, hold the line with Kamavinga. No need to switch to my defenders because the ball is in the midfield. You know, keep my backline straight and the ball comes to me. Duram, I recycle. At this point, I can give the ball to my wide player because he shows for the ball, and immediately my cam is open for the true ball to my striker. A speed boost in between the space that I see, 1v1, and that's just a goal immediately. One thing you'll notice in this game is that I always play forward, and apart from the fact that there are occasional times where you have to go back to go forward, most of the time I would play the ball directly from my cam to my striker. No beating around the bush. I play the ball to my striker and I see what I can do. You know, just see what you can do. You know, try to get in. Now for the restart, and here you want to consciously try not to concede from a kickoff. Do whatever you can do within your power not to concede a kickoff, because that's one of the most powerful ways to concede this year. I try to apply pressure with my DMs, define the striker, but it's offside. I come forward, try to go from the wings, just appreciate the width a little bit, and fortunately I lose the ball, but that's no problem. Just as he tries to come forward, I try not to drag my DMs out too forward. Just like press with my DMs, don't pull your defenders out of position. I try to keep my defensive line straight once again. I keep switching in between my DMs until he's at my final third, and now he is. But he didn't have anywhere to shoot, anywhere to go, so he just like whacked it from outside the box. Corner kick, another dangerous place to concede from, like I said. And now I have to clear the ball, which I don't. He comes forward again, but now it's a goal kick and we can breathe. Now you guys are about to see something really fantastic that I have in my locker. I lose the ball here, but that's not a problem because I'm about to show you the danger of a first-time through ball. I win the ball with my center back, send it to my cam, and first time over the top, Ronaldo is 1v1. Check out my tutorial a couple videos back and you see how to perform the first time through ball, but this is very important, it's very necessary. I mean, you can do without it, but I think if you have this in your locker, you just have multiple ways to score. Now it comes forward for a counter attack. I don't defend this properly. I can't count the amount of times that I concede from trying to play a short corner. So if you're playing a short corner, you have to think of the possibility of conceding, So do everything in your power to at least get a shot off, because if you don't get a shot off, you're likely to lose the ball and concede a dangerous chance like that. Now it's 1-1. Just pressure with my midfielders, pressure with Marlon at the same time. I look for the first time through ball, it's not on. Thuram is really nice this year. Send it to my striker, 1-2 with my cam. I play with my wingers again just to stretch him out wide. Come into the middle a bit. I look for the speed boost. I don't see it. I just drop back nicely. I don't switch to my defenders because my defensive line is straight, and my DM does his job nicely. And I'm just trying to shimmy around a bit, passing with intention, but at the same time, this guy steps up really well. If you notice what I'm doing every time that I lose the ball, I just keep my cursor on my DMs while hitting the offside trap, so my team steps up nicely. I want to win the ball high up the pitch. I don't let the AI defend for me. I switch and I pressure. I switch and I pressure. Wait a bit, wait for him to dribble, pressure. You see, that's how I win the ball. First time through ball into Ronaldo once again. That's the rapid plus coming into play and finish. Put the first time through ball in your bag and it's long for your opponent, trust me. And here we go again. He's thinking now. But anyways, I try to keep my defensive line straight. I step up nice because of the 95 depth. I win the ball up high, and you notice every time I win the ball, it looks like I'm already attacking. Why? Because of the 95 depth and because of the counter play style. That is one thing that I would appreciate about this tactic. So part of it is due to my skill, but I also have to give credit to the tactic, because the counter with the 95 depth along with your DMs sitting, because mind you, my DMs are not attacking with me. They're not attacking with me. So every time I come forward, they're going to sit while I attack with my wide players, my cam, and my striker. 4 players are enough. 4 players are enough to score a goal this year. Okay, he comes forward again, and just pay attention to my midfielders. Kamavinga. I jockey with Kamavinga. I try to press with Leao. I get aggressive with my centre back because I know there's another centre back there to win it for me if I lose the ball. And I tried the 1-2 with my striker on cam, doesn't come off. Great interception by my DM because I'm jockeying with him and cutting the passing lane all within speed. And I tried to find Ronaldo, ball rolling to shoot, and nice tackle by Theo. Theo is basically him this year, and he comes for it again, and I'm just keeping my defensive line straight. As you should know this already because of the amount of times that I mention it. I tried to track the run with Walker. It doesn't come off nicely, but Thuram is right there. I drag my DM back into the box, just manually dragging players around. Still gets the shot away, and I managed to clear the ball out. And I tried the first time through ball. Not every time it's gonna come off, but if you practice it enough, it will come off 9 out of 10 times. Driven pass to my wide player straight to Nkunku. I send Ronaldo on the run just to bait the defenders, and I give it to Leao, and he reads that nicely. I still come back with my DMs to make a great interception. Look at my wide players. I forced the pass into Nkunku, which I shouldn't be doing. I should just hold the play and take my time nicely, and just take the ball out. I should have found Nkunku there. I juggle back with my defenders and just straight driven pass into Leao. I should do a first time through ball then, but I panicked a bit, stay calmer, and just jockey with my CDMs again while trying to pressure from behind. And Thuram wins the ball due to Mateo's pressure from the behind. And at this point the half is basically done. I'm just trying to last before halftime. It would be lovely to always pay attention to the time when you're also playing high intensity games like this, because you want to kind of run down the clock. If you can avoid conceding before halftime, you're in a wonderful position, and that is what I'm trying to do here. I pressure with Walker, hits the crossbar. He was unbalanced, so that was never really going to go in, and that should be the end of the half. And yeah, I know many people don't do this, but what I think would be nice for you to do if you actually want to improve in this game, you want to pay attention to how your opponent is playing. So what did you actually learn from the half? I'm not telling you to do like a study or anything like that, but just your subconscious should be able to pay attention to what your opponent has been doing in the first half. And from what I've seen, my opponent cannot necessarily defend the first time through ball, so I'm going to try that a couple more times. And another thing that I've noticed from him is he likes to bait the speed boost with Henry, so that is something that I'll pay attention to in the second half as well. So just a couple things like that, and it should be good to go get into the second half. Now back into the second half. Just maintain the same things we talked about in the first half. Apply pressure with your defensive midfielders. You can see the jockey playstyle pop up every time I'm with Camavinga, because I'm always holding my L2 button while trying to intercept passes. Ball to my wide player just to drag him out wide a bit. I pull my cam closer and I can see my striker making a run, so I call him back a bit just so he's not offside, send him in. I try the speed boost, doesn't come off nicely. That's another thing we're gonna pay attention to try send the ball out wide. I try to maintain the width a bit, skill move with Nkunku, back to Leao, and wonderful finish. One thing I would say when doing skill moves in the box, try spamming your L1 button so you can always have a runner. And while you're also trying to score from the skill move, try to also think of passing or making the extra pass and creating a better goal scoring opportunity for yourself, just like this one. Okay, it's 3-1 now, 2-goal lead, and I should be confident, but it's FC25. All he needs is one scrummy goal and he's back in the game. So I just try to keep and maintain what I'm doing. I get a little bit more aggressive with the center backs because I'm leading now, and I know he's going to get a little bit more offensive. I send Leao on the run, 1v1 just like that. I get a little bit cocky and goalkeeper saves it. But now I know that I can get a little bit more joy in attack because he's pushing more bodies forward, and I can pay attention to that. That should be offside, and it is. Quick free kick from my center back. Almost made a mistake there, but send it to my striker. 1-2 with my striker. Send Leao on a run just to beat the defenders, but end up giving it to my striker who lost the ball. And I just tried to pause the game to see if I could get a bit like more fresh legs on the pitch, and like I said, just maintain your jockey position with your center back or your DMs, and you force your opponent into having nowhere to go. So I just bring on a cam and I think a winger. Yeah, let's see how this goes. Corners are not that powerful this year, except you play them short. But this could happen. They could drop into your box, so you have to stay alert because people are looking for bummy goals right here. Like I said, I don't remember conceding this, but just like I was saying, the ball always drops in your box after the corner, so just get ready to clear. Don't focus on passing the ball. Just clear the ball in your box from the corner kick. I sent Ronaldo on the run while also sending my left winger, but end up playing into my left winger. Now I need a goal, so I take the shot across goal, and Ronaldo is just there for the rebound. Like I said, he's pushing players up front, so I'm going to get a lot of joy in the attack, so I shouldn't panic. And basics of defending: jockey, move backwards, wait for him to make a heavy touch, wait for the heavy touch, now tackle. Jockey, move backwards, wait for the heavy touch, then you tackle. I look for the through ball to Ronaldo, just shimmy around, but he ends up pressing me really well. I jockey backwards with my center back, which makes me end up winning the ball. I spread the ball out wide a bit. 1-2 in my striker, because he's pressuring me really nicely well, and I can just shoot across goal now, but he ends up moving his keeper. That's another thing I should look out for. Now he counterattacks, and I want you guys to pay attention to this tactic that I'm running. He counterattacks, and I have 6 bodies back, which means my whole back line is back and my 2 DMs are back. That makes it incredibly hard for my opponent to try to break me down. That is why I say this tactic is one of the best that I've used. in a long time. It's similar to the 4-4-1-1 in attack, but very similar to the 4-2-3-1 and the 4-2-1-3 in defense. So it's like a combination of two things. If I win the ball now, there's also 4 players in front. So there's 4 players at the back, 4 players in front. You understand? So I win the ball, a quick driven pass, and I'm in. So back to the game now. He tries to come forward. I win the ball with Camavinga, and just like that, I can attack with 4 players, but I give the ball away because I get a little bit too excited. I come back with Capdevia, and I win the ball, straight driven ball to my attacker, quick passes between them, and now I'm through with Leao. Send the ball to my cam, I try a finesse, and just like that, I'm pressuring immediately because I can win the ball with confidence and attack with confidence. I have enough bodies wherever I want. If I'm losing games, it's due to individual error. It's due to my error. I wait for the heavy touch and I win the ball back with Baresi, and comes forward once again. He has to force the finesse because he cannot break me down at the moment. And from my counter, my shadow striker is acting as a second striker who comes back a bit, and yeah, I try to play Ronaldo, but it doesn't come through nicely. Every time I get attacked, I have 4 players back, so he has to break down 4 players rather than breaking down 2 at the back or just 3 at the back or something like that. And across with Ronaldo, and that's a nasty finish. That's that 5-star weak foot, by the way. And just like I said, you have to protect your kickoff. I'm showing you my mistakes as well as my good doings. I don't protect the kickoff, and just like that, he was through on goal because I lacked because I'm 5-2. I'm winning 5-2, so I didn't pay that much attention. But it's all good because I come again with Mertens, and I'm through on goal, and Mertens is not able to finish. That is why he's on the bench. But anyways, I win the ball back with Camavinga. I can play a 1-2 with my left winger, 1v1 with Ronaldo once again. I tried to square it to Mertens, unable to get it through. At this point, I'm just like, I wouldn't say I'm messing around, but I know the win is in the bag, so I'm not sweating as much. I'm not trying to do too much, you understand? And play the ball from Mertens to Ronaldo. I tried the speed boost. It comes off well, but I get fouled, but it stands up again because he's Ronaldo. Ball to Mertens. I tried to ball roll to Ronaldo, but it doesn't come true. And yeah, just a corner. I always play my corners short. That's another thing that I'll talk about because I feel like he gives me the illusion of being in the attacking third. So I just feel like I'm in the attacking third and I can try a finesse shot from deep because I'm already winning by 3 goals. And just like that, I hope you're able to, or whoever is watching this is able to take at least one or two things from me. You know, it's not everything that I'm going to talk about, so I want you to actually watch the game. And even if you're probably higher than elite level, you could still learn something, you know. And I could also learn something from somebody else the same way. That's offside. And just trying to kill the game off at this point. I don't need to play for the final whistle because I'm winning by 3 goals. I can just play however I want, you know, just try out new things, try out new styles of attack. You know, these are the times that I try to attack somewhat differently than I do because I want to, this is the best time to test something because there is no risk to it, you know. I send my cam deep, and just like that, it's a penalty from a late tackle from whoever his defender was, and it doesn't have to be taken because the game is already over. Can start pushing towards Div 1, and I'll update you guys when we're right there. I hope regardless of anyone's division, anyone who's watching this video, I hope you were able to take something at least from this video, this gameplay tutorial. If you enjoy more videos like this, you want to see more clips like this, you could check out my TikTok, moviofootgame. And if you want to actually see full gameplay tutorials, just subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment whatever you want to see, and I'll be dropping those for you as well. I thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bless.